Welcome to an episode of InRange. This is another update in the What Would Stoner Do project, and I'm excited to bring this to you. From the very beginning of the project, we originally had two different designs, a 20-inch barrel and a 14.5 or 14.7 inch with permanently affixed muzzle device for legality reasons. And the 20-inch was always intended to be the DMR. One of the reasons for that, of course, is velocity of the bullet coming out of a 20-inch is better than any shorter barrel, but also there's actual historical precedence to that. During the Great War on Terror, there was the M16A4 with an ACOG tandemed with Mark 262 77 grain ammunition as a DMR program. And in fact, that program was so successful that there was one epic battle in Iraq where there were so many headshots acquired with that configuration that there was an investigation to make sure that we weren't doing coup de grace on the enemy. And they sure were not. They were getting hits at range. But Mark 262 77 grain ammo with the ACOG proved to be an incredibly lethal and competent design. So here we are holding a 20-inch What Would Stoner Do rifle. These are from Ballistic Advantage, and there was a one-off that we were able to acquire a small run of these for so that we could bring 20-inch back to the table. And I asked the audience, hey, I want to use this 20-inch What Would Stoner Do configuration at High Desert Brutality coming up in August, and I asked them, what optic should I use? Should I use this cool variable? Should I use this, that, or should I use the 4X ACOG? Keep in mind at the match we're going to have targets out to 1,000 yards, but rifle targets out to 500 yards with bonus targets between 6 and 1,000. And overwhelmingly, everyone of course voted to use the 4X ACOG. So what we have here is a What Would Stoner Do configuration of that original M16A4 DMR setup, and I'm going to now zero this and then have some conclusions in a moment. Alright, I just got done zeroing this, and there's a lot to be said for a 20-inch barrel with Mark 262 and an ACOG. First of all, ACOGs are, of course, indestructible optics, and this is one of the more rare ones with the crosshairs and the fiber optic illumination. I'll try to get a picture out of that for you. But I just shot some 55s to get a rough zero and then pushed out the target to 100 meters and then zeroed it with 77 grain Mark 262. And ammunition quality makes a huge difference in performance. The 55s were turning in 2-inch group, and the minute I switched over to the Mark 262 77 grain, which is IMI ammo, those cut down to just about an inch, and they were turning in nice little groups dead on the center of the target. So I have a reticle in here that goes out to 600, which of course means that I'm not going to be able to engage past 600 at High Desert Brutality, but it's going to be very interesting to bring out that Mark 262 and this DMR style What Would Stoner Do rifle to push out to ranges at 600 or maybe even a little further and see how we do with this ammunition. If you're interested in a 20-inch What Would Stoner Do rifle or a What Would Stoner Do 20-inch upper, you can find them now at KE Arms. Fairly limited run because we're able to get a small run of pencil barrel 20-inch. Most 20-inch barrels are government profile and do not meet the weight requirements that we're looking for in the What Would Stoner Do design. So if you're interested in that, check that out at KE Arms. But if you're interested in what's going on with this design and how I do at the match, please stay tuned to InRangeTV. Second of all, everything that happened out here in terms of the ammunition I fired and even this ACOG that I acquired long ago is because of viewers like you via patreon.com/InRangeTV. No advertising, no corporate overlord, no sponsors. I'm friends with KE Arms. That's why we work together on the What Would Stoner Do project. But it's you, the viewer, that make it possible for me to do these videos. If you can, please consider it. If you can't, just subscribe to the channel and share with your friends to defeat the algorithm. Thank you very much.